Hello, dearies. Let's talk here real quick about trimming the quilt. I am in my area that I have a nice large space here to be able to trim quilts, and I'm going to talk to you about it real quickly. Barbara's quilt right here. It's so fun. It's just a big conglomeration. She saves like every tiny piece. And look at some of these are so small. And she just puts them together in blocks and puts some sashing in between it and creates this great crazy quilt. She's actually making this for her family reunion, and they'll be auctioning it off. Won't that be so much fun? And then she's used scraps even all the way around to create the borders, as you can see. Now, she's requested that I do the trimming on the quilt, and so I'm going to talk to you about trimming really quickly. Remember, I would always suggest that you have me trim your quilt for you before coming to pick it up. One of the main reasons is because you only get one chance to make a first impression, and when you walk in and see your quilt trimmed and ready, and you don't have the batting hanging off the end and the pieces of the backing hanging off of the end, it can make a really huge difference. Secondly, it is ready to bind. You're ready. You just take it home and you've probably already got the binding ready. Excuse me. And I do offer binding services here, so you can request that if you would like. But in the meantime, I would implore you to consider having your quilt trimmed over here. I have several other reasons, so if we'd like to talk about that, feel free to do so. With my acrylic ruler here, I'm going to find some place on the inside of the quilt that I can follow. She has a border right here, and so I'm going to line up my line on my ruler onto that line and that border, the time in between the border. And if I have to shift the quilt a little bit one way or the other, that's what I'm going to do, because I want this outside line to be straight and the same distance all the way across. At this point, it's 2 inches all the way across, and that's what I want to keep. And so that is where I'm going to do my trimming all the way around the quilt, leaving a 2-inch border, 2 inches on that border right there. Now, I also want to show you that she has lots and lots of backing right here. She brought me a 108 backing. The quilt itself is only about 70 inches long. There's lots of backing. I will return all of your extra backing to you. Of course, if there was just an inch or 2, 3, 4, and you're not concerned about it, then we're not going to worry about it. But if you have a lot left, I'm certainly going to be returning this extra backing to you. So be aware of that. Always encourage you to have me trim your quilt. You're going to end up with a beautiful quilt ready to go, ready to do the binding on. You're not going to have to do any searching around for any of your own equipment. It's going to be squared up very, very nicely. I'm extremely fastidious about this. You're not going to have any little extra hanging pieces all the way around that you have to get rid of. So talk to me about trimming up your quilt. Let's have a discussion. Pop something in the notes down below, and I would love to talk to you about it. I know you're going to love getting